Our topic for today is quadratic inequalities. A quadratic inequality is an equality that contains a polynomial of degree 2 that can be written with the symbols greater than, less than, greater than or less than or equal. So here are some of the examples of a quadratic inequality. X raised to 2 plus x minus 12 is greater than 0. We have also 7x raised to 2 minus 28 is less than 0. We have also 5 is greater than or equal to x raised to 2 minus x, and 2y raised to 2 plus 1 is less than or equal to 7y. So how do we solve a quadratic inequality? Here we will solve a quadratic inequalities using the three-test point and sign graph. So examples, number 1, find a solution set of x raised to 2 plus 3x is greater than 0. So first thing we need to do, or first method we will use, is the three-test point. So write the quadratic inequality in standard form. So to make it in standard form, we just need to transpose this 10 to the other side. So we have now x raised to 2 plus 3x minus 10 is greater than 0. And then change the inequality sign to equal sign for the meantime. For the meantime lang muna natin papalitan yung greater than ng equal. And then find the roots of its corresponding equality. So to find the roots, we need to find the factors of x raised to 2 plus 3x minus 10 equals 0. So the factors are x plus 5 and x minus 2. And then equate this to 0. So we have now x plus 5 equals 0 and x minus 2 equals 0. So the roots now are x equals negative 5 and x equals 2. Next is find the three-test point using the roots, which are the negative 5 and 2. So in the number line, we will locate the negative 5 and the positive 2. Okay, so first test point is from negative 5 pag ganon. So yan yung first test point natin. So all the numbers less than negative 5 or x less than negative 5. Second test point is from negative 5 to positive 2. Yan yung ating second test point. So we have negative 5 less than x less than 2. Third test point dito naman. 2, pag ganon. So that is all the numbers greater than 2 or x is greater than 2. So, we will now test a value from each interval in the inequality. So, yung first interval natin kanina is x less than 5. So, pipili lang tayo ng number na less than 5. So, we use negative 6. And then, we substitute now negative 6 sa ating inequality. So, we have our inequality is x raised to 2 plus 3x minus 10 is greater than 0. Pag sinubstitute na natin yung value na x, which is negative 6, we have now negative 6 raised to 2 plus 3 times negative 6 minus 10 is greater than 0. And that is equal to 36 minus 10. 36 minus 18 minus 10 is greater than 0. That is equal to 8 is greater than 0. Is 8 greater than 0? Yes, so that is true. Next, for the interval negative 5 less than x less than 2. So, we used 1. Okay? So, kasi, ano ba yung numbers na mas mataas kaysa negative 5 pero mas bababa kaysa 2? So, we used 1. Substitute again to our inequality. Ang makukuha natin ay negative 6 greater than 0. So, is negative 6 greater than 0? No. So, false. Next is for the interval x is greater than 2. So, I used 4. So, substitute again to our inequality. Pag sinubstitute, sinolve at sinimplify, that will become 18 greater than 0. Is 18 greater than 0? Yes, so that is true. Test the roots x equals -5 and x equals 2 if it satisfies the inequality. So for x is equal to -5, all we need to do is to substitute it to our inequality. X raised to 2 plus 3x minus 10 is greater than 0. So after we substitute, we solve, we simplify, that will give us 0 greater than 0. Is 0 greater than 0? No, so that is false. For x is equal to 2, ganun pa rin, we substitute x is equal to 2 to our inequality x raised to 2 plus 3x minus 10 greater than 0. So simplify, we will get x greater than 0. 0 greater than 0. Is 0 greater than 0? No. So, false pa rin. So, therefore, the inequality is true for any value of x in the interval negative infinity less than x less than -5 or 2 less than x less than infinity, but points -5 and 2 does not satisfy the inequality x raised to 2 plus 3x minus 10 greater than 0. Remember, -5 and +2 does not satisfy our inequality. So the solution set of the inequality x raised to 2 plus 3x greater than 10 is all the values of x such that x is less than -5 or x is greater than 2. Method B, using the sign graph, we will use, we will transform it in a standard form. So, the standard form of x raised to 2 plus 3x greater than 10 is x raised to 2 plus 3x minus 10 greater than 0. Then get the factors of the inequality. So, we have x plus 5 and x minus 2. Illustrate a sign graph. So, we will use this one. So, itong x plus 5 at saka x minus 2 are the factors of the inequality. Yung x equals -6, that is from the interval x is less than -5. Yung x equals 1. Yan yung mga test point natin, ha. Yung x equals 1, nakuha natin sa -5 less than x less than 2. At saka yung x equals 4, nakuha natin sa x greater than 2. So, yung -6, 1, at saka 4, yun yung mga ginamit din kanina natin sa 3 test point. So, paano natin nakuha tong mga to? Ito. We substitute -6 sa ating x plus 5. We substitute x equals -6 sa ating x plus 5. The answer is a negative number. Substitute x equals -6 sa ating x minus 2. The answer is negative number. So, negative times negative, the answer is a positive number. So, same process with x equals 1 and x equals 4. So, kapag dito, the answer will be a negative number. Kapag x is equal to 4 naman, the answer is a positive number. So, therefore, the given inequality, x plus 5 times x minus 2 greater than 0 is satisfied by the numbers less than -5 along with the numbers greater than 2. So, if we are going to represent it in a number line, ito siya. Yung ating point -5 at point +2. They are not included. Hindi sila kasali sa mga numbers na nagsasatisfy sa ating inequality. Kaya kung napapansin nyo, the points are not shaded. So, ano ba yung mga nagsatisfy sa ating inequality? All the numbers less than -5 and all the numbers greater than